Thank you for tuning in to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast, a no judgment zone podcast that covers lifestyle, entertainment, news, and sports. Even though KC doesn't watch sports, but these are minor details. By the way, he reads tarot cards too. Yes, I really mean it. He reads tarot cards too. And now, the host you've tuned in for, KC Phoenix.
Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix. Okay, I'm doing this story. It's a quick little story. I came across it. I was like, because I haven't done a news story in a minute. I think it's been a while. And I definitely haven't done a sports story in a while. Not that this is a sports story, but just saying. So I love good news. I'm that type of person. If I hear something good happening for someone, I get happy because I'm happy for them. So I'm going to talk about this. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right. Title of the story. Maryland man, and this is under Odd News, which this man, I guess he has a leprechaun in his pocket or something. Maryland man wins $100,000 from scratch off after winning cruise and football tickets. So he's won all of that. So this was on top of. All right. It says March 10th, lottery enthusiast Rick Hellman of Riverdale, Maryland, has won $100,000 from a scratch-off ticket. Hellman, who takes part in a Mega Millions and Powerball pool with 28 co-workers along with a scratch-off pool, won the money after purchasing a $100,000 Lucky Instant ticket at Riverdale's Town Center Market, which I do have some questions about that. It's already spent, Hellman, 64, told lottery officials about his plans for the cash prize before detailing where the money will go. Hellman stated that he and his wife will use some of the money on renovations for their rental property, along with a European river tour with his sister-in-law. Other funds will be put into college savings accounts for his two granddaughters and to purchase himself a new dark gray suit. Hellman stated that the winnings will help him as he plans on retiring soon. Hellman previously won a cruise and season tickets for football through the Maryland Lottery's My Lottery Rewards loyalty program. Try saying that 3 times fast. Maryland Lottery's My Lottery Rewards loyalty program. I'm not even going to try that. So he already won a cruise and season tickets for football. And now he's won $100,000. Now, this is interesting. And this is just my thoughts on it. This says that he takes part in a pool with 28 co-workers along with a scratch-off pool. And then it says he won the money after purchasing a $100,000 Lucky Instant ticket at Riverdale's Town Center Market. So I'm asking questions. Was the run to purchase a ticket? Was that the run for the group? And he was like, oh, well, while I'm here, I might as well get one for myself. Or they were just saying, oh, well, he's part of the pool where him and the 28 co-workers, they do the scratch-off pool and the Powerball pool and the Mega Millions pool and, whatever. And they pool the money together and then go get the tickets. I'm asking because if that was during one of the pools where everybody pulled the money together and then they're like, okay, Rick, you go to the store and get the Powerball and Mega Millions and scratch offs, and he's got the money. And then while he's there, he's like, well, let me go ahead and get a scratch off for me. How would you know if he didn't take the scratch off for himself? Like, I'm just, maybe, yeah, I don't know. My mind is just going there. Hopefully it wasn't one of those things. I guess this was a thing where he's part of the pool, but they did something on their own, and this was just while he was at the Riverdale's town center market, and he was just like, oh, while I'm here, let me buy a ticket. In doing that, in one of those situations, versus I'm here to buy all of the tickets and stuff for the pool. So yeah, I'm curious about that. But I guess it was just more of he was on his own and he just happened to pick one up, and he just happens to be a member of a group with his coworkers that always do the lottery and scratch offs as well. So yeah, which, by the way, it makes me laugh when people say playing the lottery is a waste of time. And my response to them is always, well, tell that to the people who won. That's how I look at it. Because yeah, the chances of you winning are very low. I think as a matter of fact, let's do some search. I'm on DuckDuckGo for those who are wondering. Chances of winning lottery. Let's see what we get. The odds of winning the lottery, the balance. Okay, I'm just clicking the first link. Let's see what we got. More than a third of Americans believe that winning the lottery is the only way they will ever retire comfortably, but the odds of winning either the Powerball or the Mega Millions are roughly 1 in 292.2 million and 1 in 302.5 million respectively. Compare these odds to some other unlikely scenarios and consider whether there might be a more foolproof way to cement your financial future. Strategies that are more likely to win you a bountiful retirement don't depend on blind luck, just discipline. It says things that are more likely than winning the lottery. Just how likely is it? Hold on, I'm sitting here. Like, just how likely is it that you'll hit it big in the lottery? Well, the odds are much worse than the probability of your death as a result of one of these. A plane crash, 11 million to 1. Car accident, 107 to 1. Falling out of the bed, 2 million to 1. I'm so glad I've never fallen out of my bed except once, and it was intentional. Long story. And it's not what you're thinking. Flesh-eating bacteria, 1 million to 1. Ew. Lightning strike, 1.2 million to 1. Dog mauling, 118,776 to 1. Snake bite, 50 million to 1. Shark attack, 3.75 million to 1. Wow. So yeah, on this it says how to improve your odds of winning. If you've read all these statistics and still want to play the lottery, here are some ways to improve your chances. First, use the computer generated numbers because they tend to be the luckiest, and there is less chance of someone else picking a duplicate number. Whatever you do, don't pick lucky 7, 11, or a birthday. Okay, now what do you have against number 7? Really? And 11? A master number? I feel attacked. You can be sure that someone else will have also picked those numbers. Be sure to play the 1 million or 2 million second prize in the Powerball, where you only have to match 5 of the 6 numbers. Those odds are 1 out of 11.6 million. You get even better odds if you just play in the state lotteries instead of the national one. Okay. All right, so that's something for people to hear. It says, do you pay taxes on what you win in the lottery? Yes, you do. If you take your lottery winnings in a lump sum, you'll find yourself in the highest tax bracket and paying 37% in taxes. If you take the winnings split up over time, you will at least have to pay 25% of any winning amount over $5,000. what would happen if you were to save the money you paid on lottery tickets instead? If you were to save the $2 it takes to buy a lottery ticket, you could potentially save $60 a month. If you were to play the lotto at every opportunity, that's $720 a year in your savings that otherwise wouldn't be there. It might not be as exciting as winning the lottery, but it can add up over the years. My thing is, the more you play, the more likely you'll win. Not that I'm encouraging people to play the lottery constantly. It's just, it's mathematics. It's numbers. It's all about numbers. And that's why this guy who got the cruise and the football tickets, and now he's won the $100,000 from the lottery. One of the reasons that this has happened is because he's obviously he's constantly playing. He's in the pool with his 28 coworkers, and clearly he's playing on his own because he did the scratcher on his own and won other stuff on his own. So, you know, it's all, we all have free will. You have to do what's on your spirit and what works right for you. That's all I can tell you. Anyways, let me get going. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, be blessed.